Welcome to Cooking with Bobbi Jo. Y'all are in for a treat today. I'm going to show you how I make sugar-free pecan praline biscuits. Don't they look scrumptious? So let's get started. Preheat your oven. I'm preheating mine to 450 degrees, but if you're using canned biscuits, preheat the oven to whatever temperature it says on the biscuit can. You have a couple of choices. You can make your own biscuits or you can use canned biscuits. I prefer just to use some Southern biscuit mix and make up some quick biscuits. Once they're cut, I place them in the freezer for about 10 minutes to firm up enough so they're easier to cut in half. If you use canned biscuits, those will be easier to cut in half because they're already cold. So while my biscuits are in the freezer, I'm going to go ahead and make the filling. Melt 1 tablespoon of butter, then mix in 1 tablespoon of swerve brown sugar substitute. Now, if you don't want these to be sugar-free, you can just use the same recipe and add in regular brown sugar instead of swerve. Mix in the pecans and heat for a minute or two. Okay, I've got my biscuits out of the freezer and I'm going to slice them in half. I'm just making 6 medium biscuits for this recipe. These smaller ones are going to be biscuits that I'm just keeping plain. Place the brown sugar mixture onto each biscuit and then place the tops on the biscuits and bake until the biscuits are golden brown. Just go by your biscuit recipe or whatever the can says. While those are baking, I'm going to go ahead and make the praline glaze. Melt 4 tablespoons of butter over medium heat. Then add in a half a cup of swerve brown sugar and a half a cup of chopped pecans. And cook that for 2 to 4 minutes, stirring everything until the sugar starts to melt. Reduce the heat to low and mix in a half a cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then simmer and cook for about 2 minutes. You want to stir this constantly until it starts to thicken. If your biscuits still have a few minutes to bake, leave this on the lowest setting and keep stirring. If it cools, it will harden some and you want it to be like a glaze when you pour it over the biscuits, and then it can harden a little while it's on the biscuits. Remove the biscuits from the oven when they're ready and then pour this glaze over the biscuits. Doesn't that look fantastic? They are best served warm, but you can reheat these for later. These definitely get the drool-worthy stamp of approval. Stay tuned tomorrow because we can't forget the dogs. Bobbi Jo will be helping make a doggy sweet potato casserole. I am off this week from YouTube. I just have videos scheduled throughout the week, so if you leave a comment, I will get back to you next week. Y'all have a blessed day and a very blessed and happy Thanksgiving.